Let me tell you about a little girl named Allie. She's a 7-year-old little girl with a creative imagination, and her little brother Richie is her best friend. After falling off the monkey bars, she was experiencing back pain. Unfortunately, her family found out that she was diagnosed with bone cancer. Let me tell you about Yamila, a little girl who grew up in Puerto Rico, but at the young age of just 3 years old, was diagnosed with cancer. She was treated at a local hospital, but unfortunately the cancer came back. And meet Mac, who was 5 years old when he was hospitalized for a month, experiencing leg pains that the doctors assumed to be a bone infection. Well, it turned out to be the same bone cancer that Allie had. These are all real children who have gone through the hardships of having cancer. And if not for the effort of St. Jude's Children's Hospital, they may not have had a chance. Cancer is everywhere in this world, unfortunately. I'm guessing each and every one of you in here know someone who has been affected by cancer, if not for yourselves. It's a sad day when we lose someone to cancer, whether it's an elder, an adult, but when it's a child, it hits us extra hard because they're so young, and we think about the life and potential that they could have had, but were taken too soon. So today I'm going to persuade you to donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital by telling you a little bit about their service, their success rates, and how you can make a difference. So first off, I'll tell you a little bit about the hospital. From JulianRockMemorial.org, St. Jude's was first opened in Memphis, Tennessee in 1962. And it is the only pediatric cancer research center where families don't have to pay 1 cent while receiving treatment. Although the daily cost to run St. Jude's is approximately $2.2 million and is mostly funded by public contributors. It is the first institution established solely to research and provide treatment for life-threatening childhood diseases, mostly cancer. The hospital also sees 7,800 patients a year, most on an outpatient basis. Now that I told you a little bit about the hospital, let me tell you about their amazing strides of success. The overall cancer survival rates for children were a little less than 20% when they opened in 1962 and have now risen today to 80%. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia is the most common form of childhood cancer, and thanks to the efforts of St. Jude's and their research, their survival rate is now 94% for that cancer. They are trying to drive the overall cancer survival rate from 80% now to 90%. St. Jude says they will not stop until no child dies from cancer. From stjude.org. While their success is very impressive, it would not be possible without the donations and fundraising from the community and people. The donations are very important to this hospital, and I urge you to be a part of it. 75% of all of the costs covered are public contributors. I think everyone here could afford to give to a charity like this, even if it's only $1. And if you're thinking to yourself that things are tight and you have no idea how you could have a few dollars to give to this charity, let me give you a few ideas. From an article on BusinessInsider.com. Did you know that Americans spend $29 billion on candy a year? The next time you go to the store, you could put that candy bar back and instead help change a life by donating to St. Jude's. Did you know that Americans spend $44 billion on tobacco a year? You could try buying maybe 1 pack less a week starting there, and you could help further cancer research for children and even better your own health. And a whopping $76 billion are spent on soda each year. If you chose not to have a soda with your lunch and instead save that money to donate to a charity like St. Jude's, you could be making a difference. All of these things, while probably not very good for your health, on the other hand, they are simple things that you could decide at least one time, one day, that you're going to skip that soda or whatever, and instead save that money and make a difference 1 penny at a time. There are other options, though, if you don't want to directly donate money. You can join or start a fundraiser for St. Jude's. There's also a marathon and bike race that takes place in Memphis, Tennessee each year that you could go and participate in. You can also come up with your own fundraisers. If you have a hobby that you're really passionate about, you can start a fundraiser for that and raise money for St. Jude's. There's also volunteering opportunities. If you ever find yourself living around that area, I urge you to take advantage of that and volunteer. But to wrap things up, I told you a little bit about St. Jude's and their hospital, their success rates, and how you can make a difference. I urge you now to go out and help. Whether you save $1 from your paycheck this week, or maybe you donate $20 that you have saved up over time. Anything you can do will help. Imagine a future where Allie can play outside with her brother without fear of feeling sick. Imagine a future where Yamila can learn to ride a bike and ride whenever she wants. Imagine a future where Matt can walk, even with a prosthetic leg, and even play on the court with his favorite basketball players. All of these dreams were made realities thanks to the efforts of St. Jude's. I urge you now to go be a part of making the difference. Thank you.